Welcome. Please prepare for departure. We hope you have a safe, pleasant, and delightful journey ahead. Thank you.
Hello, thank you very much for this interview. My name is Hugo from Chile.
Cubo from Chile.
Yes.
What inspired you to create the story of Kill and set it on a train?
So it comes from a personal experience. I was on one such train which was getting robbed in the night while I was sleeping. So the next coach was getting robbed, and when we reached the destination, I got out and I saw there was too many cops all around, and that's when I got to know that the first class coach was robbed by around 25-30 robbers. And so this incident happened way back in 94-95 when I was a student and I used to travel to my university. So this stayed with me. This incident stayed with me for the longest time. It was a pity that I was not one of the robbers. I was one of the passengers.
We hope you enjoyed the ride.
Okay. How was the research process for the action and combat scenes in the movie?
So there was a lot of research which went in. The thing was that in this film, Laksh is playing commando. So there are a lot of he's very well trained. He's got training in martial arts and some 12 different kinds of martial arts because he's playing a commando. But the rest of the goons, they're street fighters. They do not have any kind of training. So it was quite difficult to figure out a choreography which can actually have a mix of both. So I was looking for a lot of references, but I didn't get any kind of references. So we formed our own references, and so we trained for almost 8 months, all of us. So Laksh here trained for almost 8 months. The goons trained for almost 3.5-4 months. Raghav, who plays the antagonist, he trained for almost 4 months. So there was a very extensive training, and Mr. Oh Young, he's the action choreographer. So he had come down from Korea. He's one of the stalwarts in action. He's done Snowpiercer. So he had come down and he trained these guys, and that's how it happened.
Well, what if for both? What message or feelings do you hope people take away after watching the movie?
I mean, I feel the only feeling I'm expecting people to have is have a feeling of fulfillment, joy, excitement, and I'm expecting them to be on the edge of their seats. And there was this very vivid experience we remember from Toronto Film Festival when the film aired over there, and there was this whole huge crowd of people, over 150 or 200 people in the theater, and they all were chanting "kill, kill, 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 kill" throughout, and that moment for us meant the world to all of us, like who also are in that film. And if that can happen here in Mexico or anywhere else in the world, it would mean the world to us.
And for me, if people keep giving so much of love, then definitely there will be Kill 2 and Kill 3.
Yes.
Okay. What challenge do you face directing a film with so many action scenes in a confined space like a train?
I mean, for me, the biggest challenge was to not hurt my co-actor or the cameraman in the scene because of the restraints of the space. And it was, as you rightly mentioned, that there was limitations in terms of space and in terms of our moments. And also, like, everybody in our film is 6 foot tall or 6.5 foot tall, and they all had like long limbs and long legs, that it was very difficult for us to keep that in control and keep that in check. But somehow that, as an actor, that was the biggest challenge I faced, and because of which we got hurt quite a lot on the sets as well. I think the second challenge for me would be just to maintain the emotional continuity of the character, because as you see, the film is a journey of 2 hour long. It's a 2 hour long journey, but the shoot in totality took place in 77 days. It took us 77 days to complete the entire shoot. So just because Amrit as a character goes from one stage to the other, like there are 10 stages, over 10 stages in the film, in terms of his emotional fatigue or in terms of his physical fatigue. So for me to just be truthful to that and just to keep, level up with every scene, that was the biggest challenge for me as an actor, I feel. And I mean, he would tell you.
Yeah, so, yes, definitely there were a lot of challenges while shooting the action sequences. But for me, the biggest challenge was because we were not shooting linear. So, to maintain that emotional continuity with so many actors, and as and when you will see the film, it's not just Lakshya's emotional continuity that so there's it's not just Lakshya that has an emotional graph. It's also the antagonists, and there are like 40 of them. So their emotional graphs are also like, it's constantly changing. They're also going through a lot of emotional upheaval. So to maintain that thing in a non-linear setup, that was for me, it was the most challenging part.
Okay, was there any challenging or difficult scene to the film?
To film?
Yeah, so there is one scene which I can't talk about till the time the film is not released. It's a very, very difficult, and it's one of the most emotional scenes in terms of, it's an emotional scene as well as a difficult scene in action. So for that, we were shooting for almost 22 hours continuously, and I needed the blood to come out in a particular way where the blood was not coming out. If the knife was going in, the blood was not coming out. The blood was coming out, the knife was not going in. So there were too many, and then sometimes the actor would not know that the blood has come out. So they have not emoted. So so we kept taking that. We almost took some 17-18 takes with the prosthetics, with the action, and then finally we realized that the 6th take was the correct take.
Is there any interesting anecdote from the film of Kill? From both?
I think I remember this very vivid moment where, if you see in the trailer, I'm smashing somebody's head using a fire extinguisher. While that theme was happening, and I remember this guy sitting on my right who looks very calm and composed and innocent, I will tell you what exactly happened that day. So while the smashing is happening, there's like a lot of stuff that is coming out of his head, like the remains of it, the pulp of it. And then cut to, next thing you know, he calls cut and he intervenes, he comes on the sets, he touches that pulp and he says it's very soft, make it thick. So that one moment was eye-opener for me, when I realized that, I should not be on his bad side, because if he knows how pulp feels like, then I don't want to go into the details of it.
But that was banana, and that was cottage cheese and some blood. So I just needed some more.
Yeah, so he felt that the cottage cheese wasn't cottage enough.
Yeah, it was not good enough.
You make an invitation to Chilean audience to watch your movie Kill, please.
Of course, we would be thrilled if they give us the love that they have been giving to all the films, because we got to know it yesterday that people are a fan of action films and horror films here in Chile and the countries around. So I mean, I would love for them to watch it and give all the love, and because of them, we would probably come next year as well to promote the film here. So if they can't do it, then nothing like it. And I humbly request all of them to come watch the film, and it's coming in September.
Please watch it.
Please watch it, and if you can just bring your friends, spread the word, bring your friends, families, and just have a good fun, have a good time watching it.
Okay, thank you very much for this interview. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Welcome. Please prepare for departure. We hope you have a safe, pleasant, and delightful journey ahead. enjoyed the ride.